So check that out. Buttery smooth, exactly how it comes out of the box.
Hi ho, off to work we go. So if you're like me, you work hard for your money. So it's budget hour, y'all, and we have a not brand new RockShox Domain. Kind of looked new, but that's a Zeb 3.1 box. So this is a brand new takeoff, supposedly. There's your disclaimer. So I basically buy everything in these videos, so we'll see if this thing still sucks. Right away I can tell you it's a heavy girl, so let's get the scale. I don't have very high hopes for the RockShox Domain. Coming in at 5 pounds and 10 ounces, so it's really not that heavy. But it sure does feel heavy. So the previous Domain, it sucked. And I'm assuming this one's gonna suck as well. Bolt-on Zeb fender, so we have basically the same arch as the Zeb, so maybe it has the same lower leg castings without the bleeders. So this is like a 2020 RockShox Zeb lower leg casting. What I was really curious about is if we can upgrade the damper. So there's 0 upgrades for this. So they don't want you to officially upgrade the damper on here, but if you're kind of a rebel like myself, I'm sure you can get a Zeb 3.1 damper in there. After getting the Domain fitted up to my bike, it's a pretty burly, impressive fork, and RockShox knocked it out of the park when it comes to the sticker combination. Black and white is very neutral and will go with any bike on the market. It's definitely an OEM targeted fork, meaning it's gonna come on your bike from the factory. Dude, the black and white stickers are really cool, and I think they did a very good job. That front arch on the Zeb, I'm gonna say it's one of the best out there, but we gotta see how it's gonna ride. So that tire is pretty low. Whenever trying to analyze some new suspension, the tire casing and pressure can really screw up your initial impressions or setups. So double down, downhill casing. In the Forerunner, we have LT. So you always kind of want to overdo it on the tire casing because, I don't know, thicker rubber is better. So now I'm gonna go do the trail climb. After a solid 10-minute trail climb on the new Domain, I'm pretty pleased with it. So I'm simulating this fork as like a new bike with 0 setup. So however it came out of the box is how I'm riding it. And it felt super plush on the trail climb. A lot of comfort, a lot of additional comfort from the previous Domain or any RockShox product before. RockShox had this weird period between 2023 and 2024 where the products were like super modernly, progressively too harsh, and it seems like for the 2025 Zeb 3.1 and the Domain, everything is very plush. So you ride a 38mm stanchion fork for the downhill, so basically we're about to find out what it's like. Taking it easy. Honestly, it went better than the Charger 3.1 Zeb, which is a little bit surprising. So it was about 100 feet of downhill trying to get my biking legs back, and this is like 1,000-foot descent of just chunk, but it's like really fun wide moto trail chunk. It's personally my favorite kind of trail wherever bikes aren't. So I haven't done any zero research on this fork. I don't want to see what's inside of it. I want to see exactly how it rides. And then later, of course, another video, I'll tear this thing apart. If you live around here, it's Trail 170 or Dirt Surfer. It's a motocross sanctioned trail, uphill and downhill. I just think it's like one of the most funnest tech trails ever. Very coil shock friendly, 38mm stanchions. Oh yeah. Okay, dissecting the Domain through this stuff a little bit more. It's definitely not perfect. It feels like a budget fork. But in the moment, blasting through here, I didn't even really notice it. Kind of had that feeling of like a bubble that wouldn't pop. So the real question is, I gotta stay on the bike for as long as possible because the sustaining descent after a 4-mile descent, that thing is absolutely flawless. It's the best RockShox product I've ever used, and I still don't know what the rebound or any of the settings are. It's just straight out of the box. So I gotta find something to complain about. So there's some jump trails, huge jump trails down there, and I'm gonna do the little jumps. So bike racks and four-wheel driving is not ideal, so back to the Domain. So we're gonna try the Domain in your standard trail system. If you live around here, it's Post Canyon, Family Man, nice controlled environment, repeatable jumps. See how it goes. Incrementally work our way up to the bigger jumps. All right, feels a little divey now. Just feeling the fork out, it felt kind of bad, so we're gonna go up to the next trail, a little bit bigger of a jumps, but taking it slow, of course. After eating chunk all afternoon, it's kind of interesting. I go through 2 amateur jump lines and like instantly the fork isn't feeling very good. So most of my videos are filmed around the test track, a 1/4 mile stretch of blue flow trails, which is the most demanding environment for all of suspension. So instantly the Domain doesn't feel as good as the Charger 3.1. Now it's time to hit the adjusters and see where she was. So we're gonna turn it towards the turtle. So it was really slow rebound, which is interesting because it ate chunks super good. So it was only 5 clicks from fully slow. So it has 15 clicks, so we'll go 5 back. So it was at 5 from fully slow, and we'll try 2 faster because the middle was too fast and there's no compression. I mean, I could try the compression, but the middle looks like it's a pedal platform. It's not really a bougie damper meant to adjust. It's like open and close. I wanted to ride this fork completely blind without looking at any adjusters, how you would ride your brand new bike. So on the top of the compression lever, we have open pedal and firm. So I'm trying it in the middle compression setting with 7 clicks from the turtle on the rebound. The fork has some serious control issues off of lips. It kind of like violently tops out and does not give you the best feeling, but on a positive note, the ramp up is completely dialed in the middle compression setting, so it's pretty good to ride on that. Back to the original setting, whoever had this fork before me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where it was when I started the day. But because we need extra control, we're gonna put it back to the pedal platform and try it like that. Oh. That's it for the RockShox Domain. The goal of this video was to ride it completely blind so it eats chunk well and it does not go off of jumps very well. So the fork in this video was a Domain Gold RC C1. So the diagram of this, the breakdown, comes with 2 tokens standard. So that's why it had the right amount of ramp up. That's what I struggled with on the Zeb 3.1. It didn't have 2 tokens installed from the factory. RockShox has basically admitted their air spring sucked and updated it once again. This thing from this seal right here, number 28, to seal number 31. This is a massive negative chamber, so we went back to a plush ride, and that's why it was basically isolating me from the trail as I descended 4 miles of moto trails. Jumping over to the compression side, that's super important. The Domain RC, the one in this video, has a spring-backed internal floating piston and somewhat of a basic compression piston. In the diagram, we are missing shim stacks, so I'm guessing that's why it kind of lacks control off the steeper lips. Going into the rebound side, we have a rebound piston and no shims. So basically I would add a couple high-speed compression shims or high-speed rebound shims if it's possible, but I don't think it's quite possible. An interesting note, there's a gold R Domain. So if you have this one, it has somewhat of a motion control, the old style damper, and this thing is absolute garbage, but it retains the same plush air spring. We have a new last place in the upper tiers of Enduro air forks, the 2025 RockShox Domain. And sorry, my spreadsheet skills are pretty bad. The air spring is pretty darn good on this guy. I'm glad RockShox went back to making sense about air springs with a 5-star rating. The 5 pounds and 10 ounces of chassis weight is going to be downgraded even though it's very capable. Do not let weight scare you away. The damper is getting upgraded from 1 star to 2 stars. And if you don't jump, just put 4 stars. 5 stars if the Charger 3.1 or 3.0 fits. Capability, 4 stars because it doesn't handle high shaft speeds in the flow department very well. The handling, the damper is going to hold, I got to leave it at 3 stars because it was kind of out of control in those blue flow trails. Our comfort score is going to go up to 5 stars because of the improved air spring. The setup, 5 stars because it comes with 2 tokens. It was completely dialed. You can give this service department 0 or 5 stars. I'm going to give it 0 stars because it's a throwaway fork. So the Domain is definitely inferior to the Duralux. I would prefer the Suntour 100%, but I do believe the Suntour is a little more expensive. But if you click this video on your screen, you can see what really makes an air fork amazing.